drama this morning as well. We're going to be getting to this later on in the show. So, your favourite person, Andrew, Meghan. This is a bit of a revelation, isn't it? This is the royal correspondent from the Mail.
Yeah, Robert's written a book. Robert is so well plugged in. Robert Hardman is so well plugged in. He knows senior royals in a way that they wouldn't even look at me. Yeah, when I did the royal bit, I never had the access. He's got unrivalled access. We were all amazed that Harry and Meghan called their daughter Lilibet. That was the childhood name of Queen Elizabeth II. She couldn't pronounce her own name, Elizabeth, so Mum and Dad called her Lilibet. Princess Margaret called her Lilibet, so did Prince Philip. It was a name just for the chosen few.
Yeah.
Not only did they call her Lilibet, but Harry and Meghan told us the Queen had given her approval, and when it was suggested she hadn't, legal threats were being bandied around by Harry and Meghan as per usual.
Yeah.
This book says definitively not so. Do we recall that expression? Recollections may vary?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're thinking, why would that have upset the Queen so much? Because when you're so public and your identity is on the global stage, you're one of the most recognised people in the world, you have very little that you can claim as your own, I imagine, from an identity point of view. And for her, it was this nickname of Lilibet. Yeah. And as you say, I think her parents, her grandparents...
Yeah. Her sister?
Her sister, that's right, Princess Margaret, and
one or two very
other people were allowed to call her Lilibet. Otherwise, it would have been... I mean, this is a woman who her grandchildren would genuflect to her when they walk in the room. Her grandchildren would curtsy. Yeah. And then to the idea that these two took that name and they stole it from her, and put it in the public eye, and also she couldn't say anything.
No.
She couldn't say, I don't want you to use that name, because that would cast her as being mean.
And Robert, in his book, Robert Hardman's book, says that palace aides had never seen the late Queen so angry.
As angry, had never seen her as angry as she was. And it wasn't necessarily when she knew that the daughter was called Lilibet, but it was when the Sussexes said that the Queen had given the name her blessing. That was what incensed her.
And they said, if anybody suggests otherwise, they will sue for defamation. You know what? They never did sue for defamation. Legal letters went flying. I'm sorry, it shows that Meghan and Harry don't tell it straight.
Yeah. Well, I think they have sort of their own version.
And at the weekend, we know that the idea that Harry did not get a call from William about the death of the Queen, not true, according to this book. And I believe Robert. I'd rather believe Robert Hardman than I would Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.